Hi everybody, Eleanor and Jazz here from Nesta Invest, and you're watching Hot Property Q&A. Questions asked by you, answered by us, so you can gain more knowledge and insight into the property world and beyond. Now in this week's video, in this week's question, we're going to be looking at a topic which is LVR. So you may have noticed and heard some murmurs, which have now turned into hard facts now, about changes with the LVR rate. And that LVR rate is your loan to value ratio when you're getting a loan from your bank. So in this video I thought we would explain exactly what a LVR is and how these proposed changes may affect you if you're looking at buying your first home. So first I think we should explain in basic what an LVR is. So a LVR, or a loan to value ratio, which is its full name, is the amount of your loan compared to the purchase price of your property.
So what that means for a $600,000 property is that you would have an 80% LVR for your own home, for example. And what that would mean is you need to put in 20% deposit, so 120,000.
Cool. So a 20% deposit. And that's probably been the norm, for the last 2 years or even up to the last 2 months. You've had to put a 20% deposit in, so the LVR has been sitting at 80%, right?
Yeah, that's right. And it's changed recently. So the Reserve Bank came up with the news, I think it would have been a couple of weeks ago, that they're looking to get rid of the LVR at all, all the rules. So what that means is free for all, so no deposit to be put into any property. It's a little bit tricky when that got passed on to the banks. So the banks haven't said yes to the no LVR. They've come back. I think we're looking at about 90 to 95% for first home buyers. What that means is you need to put in less deposit for your property. Say for example, again with the $600,000 house, you need to put in 60,000, which is 10%, or even 30,000 in some cases.
So this could be an incredible opportunity if you are looking at buying your first home. What would that mean? Yeah, how's this going to help you if you are looking to buy your first home for the first time?
So if you guys are on a solid income, so a high income, for example, a couple or a high income professional, what that means is you've got decent amount of savings, you can go out and buy a property fairly easily. We are still getting income tested. So what that means is the banks look at your income and look at the interest rate, for example. At the moment there's some great interest rates of less than 3%, but you're still being tested at 7%. So if the interest was ever meant to go, if it ever goes to 7%, the banks have de-risked themselves that you'll still be able to pay your mortgage, which is great. This is what's changed from years ago. That was the main issue we had.
So you're saying is that even though you may be able to pay lower deposit, so you may just have to put in 10%, this bank still will look at in general how much you're earning to make sure that that mortgage can still be repaid.
Yes.
Yeah. And what about if perhaps you're not in a couple, you're a single? Is this going to affect you in any way if you're buying your first home?
With the lower income bracket, I think it still will be fairly difficult at the moment to get a loan. Unless you've got good savings, you've got the 20% deposit, there is a little bit of flexibility, but not that much, unfortunately.
So it is something to look in, and I guess maybe if you have been saving, it could be opportunity for you. In terms of saving as well, say if you have already saved your 20% deposit, so you've been saving for 2 years based on that 20% required, what does that mean now? What would you do?
My preference would be basically put as less deposit as I possibly can for a property and save up for another one. So my own home, I'll have it at 90% LVR would be my preference. You got to take it into ratio that you are able to service the loans and everything. So you have to be able to pay for your property, pay for maintenance if maintenance comes up, and you're not debted up to your eyeballs.
Absolutely. So it could be, like you've said, an option if you are looking to obviously buy your first home, but also maybe get into the property ladder, expand your portfolio if you can, and maybe be a little bit more adventurous.
Yeah. So look at buying a second property or save up for a second property and go for that.
Yeah, of course as well, if this is going to be your forever home or you want to be a bit more secure, then again you could just use that 20% to just put into your mortgage so then your repayments aren't so high. Yeah,
it depends on people's risk profile too. If you are the risky type that can take the risk, and then go for it. And if you want to be more risk averse, so by all means put in as much as you can.
So what would your next steps be from here? Obviously if you think, oh, I've been looking for a while, this sounds like could be opportunity for him. What would you say to do now?
I'd just say hold back for a little while, just watch the space. Interest rates are going down for most banks. That's one thing to look out for. LVR rules, I'm guessing the banks are still working through the Reserve Bank statement, so they're still going through fine-tuning their rules. So keep an eye out for those. Don't jump into it head first at the moment. Just wait and see next couple of weeks or 3 or 4 weeks what comes out.
What options you have. And I think as well, if you've watched any of our videos that we've been doing, when we talk about buying a property or getting into the property ladder, our first step is always look at your goals. What are you looking to achieve? Are you trying to be an investor or you want to get into your first home? Both great goals. And secondly is always get your finances in order. So perhaps if you haven't talked to a mortgage broker yet and you actually don't know if you can buy, this is a good chance to even just start getting your ducks in a row, so then when maybe more announcements come out, you'll be more prepared and you might go, wow, actually I can buy a house quicker than I thought.
Yeah, touch base with the banks. If you've got a relationship with the banks, go for it. If you've got relationships with brokers, definitely go for it and keep an eye out for what's happening in the market. And do keep visiting open homes. I guess now it's all open.
Will be very soon.
Yeah, from this week onwards, this weekend onwards. So yeah, keep an eye out.
So that was a quick video, a quick tip from us, just about that LVR rate and what's happening as we speak. So if you have any questions or thoughts about this, do let us know. Or if there's anything else you'd love to learn about in property, contact us. We're on social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and of course our website, nestainvest.com. So I really hope that was helpful. We've enjoyed giving you our knowledge. We will see you again next time. Bye.
Bye.